So we the productivity level, because we always start, every call with a learning.
Yes.
And right now we have a challenge going on with the basic five contacting that, some of the leaders stood up and said they're gonna make the circles green for a whole year in a row. Because
Mm-hmm.
one of them, she did every month the circles green the
Mm-hmm.
last year, and she raised her volume over 100,000 in monthly revenue. So, and she basically broke her chain of not being consistent, right? Her number one thing was always in life, she was never consistent because she was always pressured from her dad, and she
Mm-hmm.
felt like she always lets him down. But then she, with 100% self-responsibility, said it's bullshit. Actually, the only person I'm letting down is myself, so I better overcome that stuff. So
Yeah.
she filled the circle screen for a year, and she really made it well. So then I asked her, would you want to lead a group of people that will commit to make the circles green for 12 months? So she stood up, and fair enough, another girl said, I'm in. She had her circles green 11 months in a row, and now they're fully committed. And now it's like, I think over 30, 40 people gave the commitment. And, even some of them, they said, oh, I'm going to do this or that when I'm not doing it. So what happens right now is that the basic five contacting is obviously a lot more in the focus, right? Because it all starts with this. If I
Yes.
don't invite people, I don't have appointments, and then the rest of it starts. So every day they share stepping out of the comfort zone once a day. So they start a lot again picking up the phone and not just messaging.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same thing, right? When you do the basic five contacting, you can also take up your phone and read what the message says. You don't need to text it. So every day, so now the challenge was every day they go out of the comfort zone and call at least one person they are stuck with.
Mm-hmm.
A fear person, or they can't advance that person. And we read there are two types of people in the business community: those who produce results and those who give reasons why they didn't. A quote by Peter Drucker out of
Yes.
this chapter. So I wanted to start off with this, and maybe, like, ask ourselves, how do you feel when you think about there are two types of people in the business community: those who produce results and those who give reasons why they don't. What, like, comes to your mind when you hear that story? Any thoughts
I mean, it all starts with
in your
self-responsibility. Yeah, and actually, that's what I really love the M5 because the only reason why I'm not team elite because I wasn't consistent enough. That's the only reason. I know everything. I know I had results and everything. The only thing is missing is this total self-responsibility. So that's why I love this, and it will make visual for me, for my partner Dory, and also that's how we can lead the whole team. So actually, it's very simple that and I know Nuskin, I'm doing it for 15 years. So if you do the things, the result will come. And that's what that's what I helped me to remind this thing. Actually, just, I
thing?
mean, yeah.
No, say what you wanted
Yeah,
to
yeah.
say.
I mean, because one of the things we know we got the prism, and I go to campaigns back to Budapest and London and everything, and people are really crazy about this. And I just saw that there's a new ways of asking. So what's his name? I just let me. It's white. It's not a vitality. It's called yeah, the vital six step questionnaire, and it's a new way of it's a kind of long questionnaire about the nutritional assessment and also some business aspects in it. I assume that this is the Charlie Patterson version, or
Yes.
Yes, I have not. I don't know this one. This is
Mhm.
what Charlie did. So yeah,
Yeah, okay, cool.
awesome. Andrea,
May I
any
ask
thoughts on
something? Yes. Yeah, I'm totally in the same direction with Bertie. I feel exactly the same. We also with Razvan are Blue Diamonds, and the reason for why we are not Team Elite is the same. And actually, we are very responsible, but we didn't find a way after the COVID period when all of our team went online. We didn't find a way to bring them back and to work on the previous system that we used to work with. And this was a challenge for us in the last years. And I am very happy to have M5. I love it very much. I'm working with it, and I realized last days that I have to really organize myself and sometimes um, to not speed, not go with such a speed because I'm going to burnout. Actually, I like it so much, but I was very impressed about the rate of conversion, and I was not used to it. And I felt in a few moments that it's overwhelming. I had too many people coming to me and I didn't know how to manage them. It was crazy, but I love it. Now I understand. I set the right pace, but at the beginning I was not used to it. I didn't I was not expecting such a conversion rate really because
You
I
mean
worked with
from invitation? Do you mean
yeah.
conversion rate from
Yes,
invitation?
assessment, conversion in orders, then interest in business, and it was like crazy. And actually, I was not expecting to such a conversion rate because I really tested M5 at first with people that created discomfort to me to ask them to talk with me because I felt like this. It was like assurance for me. I will ask them if they don't want it. At least I've tested. But the surprise was that they had positive answers, and it was like almost I didn't believe it. I love it
Mm.
very much, really. But I still have some details I'm working on because I'm not. Probably I'm not doing the right things every time, and that's why I want also to ask some questions today. I want to be sure that I'm doing it well.
Before we start this, can I ask you, would you mind making, maybe show me, like, would you want to make a screenshot of your dashboard so I can see like what your
Yes,
activities are, so I can have a little bit more of
yes,
an
yes,
insight?
but the M5, I this is a promise to me, does not reflect actually my activity because it's very hard to me to translate in real time when I do an assessment with somebody from English to Romanian. And that's why I
Yes,
translated everything. And this is an issue. I don't have really the time to put all the data in M5, and I'm very frustrated about it. That's why I'm always asking when we will have the version in Romania, because some of the data are here, some of the data in my calendar, and every time I do Clarity Monday, I have to grab all the data. It's a little bit hard for me to do that. But yes, because I want to ask, okay, just a second to log in on
yes.
M5.
Can share just so at least I see, how you go with the basic five contacting, or like how that goes for you, so we can
Yes, just a second, please. And do you know actually when we will have it in our languages?
No, I think I said it before. I'm really sorry. I'm not the right person to, like, this is, with the
Oh, okay, I
programmers.
will ask. Yes, yes,
And so Thomas and Charlie and those guys will do the technical part. I'm more the doer.
Yes.
So, oh,
yes.
perfect. So who
So
is sharing now? You are Andrea or
me,
Bertie?
yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
perfect.
But
Okay.
I actually this month I think I made already 17, if I'm not wrong, assessments. So
Amazing. And
numbers
the
does
invitations,
not
do they
reflect
reflect?
the reality.
Do the
Sorry.
invitations reflect? Do the
Yes, I use the
invitations reflect?
invitation from the app, but I cannot send it from the app. I have to copy paste all the time the
That
invitation.
makes sense, of course, of course.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
cool. But
I've
you
tried
use
to
it.
work with, yes,
Mhm.
I've tried to work it also when I worked with the chronometer from here. I
Yes.
did it a few days for these assessments, actually, for the first five. But I realized that if I work in the app, when I do the assessment, I spend more than an hour with somebody. It's too much for me. When I do it in Romanian, I spent only 30 minutes or 40 minutes, half
The
of the
timer
because I'm
is based.
translating in real time and it slows me
Yeah,
very much.
that
Mhm.
makes sense. So the timer, Andrea, is for the basic five contacting.
Yes,
The
yes, yes, I
time,
used it also. Yes, 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 I used it.
yeah.
This I used it.
But not for the assessment, right? For the
Not for
for
the
the block.
assessment. No, no, no. For making the appointments and everything. Yes, yes, I use it.
Super good.
And
Okay.
here you can
Yeah.
see a lot of people because you know what I did? After that workshop that you shared with us before Christmas, when your advice was to your team to use the Christmas season to send greetings to people, to connect with them, I put all of them here. I made 73. I had feedback
Well, that
from them.
that
Yes.
that's amazing. So now what do you do with them? Are you going to proceed and invite them?
Yes, a part of them I did assessment with them. I think, just a second.
Okay. So when you do
With
an
eight,
assessment with
with eight.
somebody, do you take them because when you at least you can take them out of the list and put the customer label, so at least you know that's a customer. Because when you do the assessment in the app, it automatically labels them as a customer. But since
Oh,
you
okay.
don't do it in the app,
This
because
was one. Mhm.
now you don't know who of them already has an appointment. So you just at least push the list, go into the list. So when you click a person, you need to then tell the app what you did. So when you
Yes,
fix the appointment,
at
you can
least.
do this.
Yes,
Yes, because usually the customer one gets hit automatically. But if you don't do the
yes,
assessment, you can at least tell the app so your contacts are organized, right? Because otherwise they're in the wrong pool.
yes. I know that. Uh, that does did not bother me so much. But another
Okay.
thing that um, I suppose that I should do that, but I didn't do it because I have all the data from them, and I don't want to lose the data, the our historic conversation, because I have their very precious data. And I thought I thought that I can go through M5 and complete in M5 the answers in the assessment, but it takes me a lot of time, and I cannot do it right now. It's too much time for me. I'm not able to manage it so well. That's why I'm really eager to have
That,
have it
of
in our
course,
language. But I'm working with it a
I
lot, and I
yeah,
love it.
I just wanted you to know how you could do it if you wanted to, because otherwise
Yes,
you
customer.
would not
Yes,
be
it's
able
a good idea,
to.
at least because I find them easier than. Yes. Okay.
Exactly. They
Thank
are in
you.
the right list. They're not in the invitation list anymore. They are then in the customer list.
Yes. Yes, we put them there. It's a little bit
Yes.
chaos here, I know. I'm
No,
not
no,
proud
it's
of it,
fine.
but I have to
I
take
think,
it to
Andrea,
date.
what's very important is there is no such thing as not proud of it or shame or whatever. We are
No,
where
I'm
we
not
are.
sure.
No,
Yes,
it's
but I
you
don't
probably
like it. Yes, I can accept it because I have explanations for this, but I like to work very clean. I'm a very organized person, and this kind of chaos is not very comfortable for me. But I
okay.
am on the right direction.
Okay, so you feel like every morning, like how are you organized? Because I think what the key is with the basic five contacting is like when you do in the morning your mindset five, you do it the first thing in the morning, you know, when you take your hour and go through your contacts and invite. You know, the first block is inviting, then answering and inviting, and then following up. Did you find a routine with this in the
Yes,
morning
yes, I
yet?
have a routine. Yes, 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 and I
Yeah.
cannot
How
live without it anymore. So between 7 and 8, I do my mindset five. Actually, it takes me 20 minutes. And then I have an hour to organize myself, to see my agenda and everything. And from 9 to 10, I'm working on the basic five contacting, always an hour, always, always.
is
Sometimes I'm more efficient than in other days, but I'm doing it here almost all the time with the chronometer. Is very interesting for me. It was this structure helped me a lot.
amazing.
Helped
Yes,
me
I
a
can
lot.
see. I mean, you
Yes.
have 17 assessments, and how many rechecks do you think you did?
Um, Only 8 because I before sending this kind of greetings, actually, I have already warmed up a lot of people and invited. So I still have to make assessments with people which whom I establish. I had the appointment fixed before January, if you can imagine. So I'm a little bit late with them. But it was a good exercise because I felt that it is a very good opportunity to warm up a list. Uh, Here are many people with whom I haven't talked since years,
Yes,
3 years, 5 years, and they were 90% of them answered me back. So I have a very good warm list, but I have to do the work. Only 8 assessments, but not because they refused me. I didn't send the invitation yet. I haven't
yes.
sent the
No,
invitation.
you will find Christmas was a good spark, but with our
Yes,
message to start a conversation, you can start anytime. It doesn't need to be the new year or anything. Anytime, every day, if we warm up new people and then invite, you will find more and more people coming in. And it's like you said, if you do it consistently, and I can only tell you, Bertie, it's like a game changer. You'll have so many conversations, you'll have so many people that buy, and you have so many people to ask the team question at the recheck, so you will never have a lack of new people coming in. The only thing when it's not working, it's when we're not working it. So it's very good for the confidence because you know you can do it and you know you can pass it on.
Yes, very well.
Yeah. Amazing. Birdie,
yes.
how are you doing with this? Do you already establish your basic five contacting routine, or how do you feel at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, actually, we do work with Dory with on one account, and she's doing more the beauty assessment. I'm doing the nutritional things. I was really occupied with the Prism campaigns, and that's what I was really interested in how to maximize basically this kind of Charlie Patterson type of questions. Um, yeah, I mean, for me, because yeah, so I find it very useful, but I cannot share a lot as a result in the system because I haven't been using it that consistently. But that's what we are. We actually be doing a power hour every morning with the team, and we're doing all these things on paper and everything. I mean, actually, for me, this is important to know when the English system we can duplicate because I invited a few people to use it in my downline, but Kenton did not approve it because he probably didn't know how to do it. So actually, we have with Dory one account, but I was interested in how we can do it with the Hungarian team. So actually, we're planning to go in February to one of your events in Austria and to
Yeah.
see the event energy and everything. Yeah, I mean,
Yes. Good if you come. I'm looking forward to seeing you there.
yes, thanks.
I will be there too. Yes.
Oh, perfect. Amazing, Andrea. Okay. So yeah, I think obviously there is with the translation always gonna be issues. I think the more you can still do it, you know. I think it's not about perfection. It's
No,
like at
yeah,
least if you feel like, you know, if you just go through the motions, you start the basic five contacting, start.
absolutely.
You
Yeah, yeah.
import from your phone book in there. Okay, you can't use the message, then you make them a voice. You make them a call. You just use the word track. Oh, you know, I'm warming you up. Hi, how are you? And then afterwards you invite to invitation to a assessment, right? And
Yes.
also, Birdie, it's not so much about using the exact words, but you know, you see some of there's questions asked, and then there is a scan to be made, and then there's asked, can I
Yes.
recommend the product? You can do all those things, you know, you guys. That's why are you now as the leaders there, because you know how to sell a product. It's and with the words, you can just go into the method. And the idea is that until, you know, when the launch in the language comes, you guys need to be prepared, right? Because what I understand is that they are doing all the translations with the market heads, but we are the pioneers, so to speak, and we need to create results before really the system is there. You
Yeah,
understand?
absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
So
Yes.
then
But I can
when
share
they
you
come
some.
in,
Yeah, yeah.
can ask.
Let me share a little bit good testimonial because I really know about this customer relationship. I was a consultant selling this for big companies.
Yeah.
They paid thousands of pounds per month. But I'm really excited how it works and we were using it. But actually, we started to qualify to the next success trip, and we were not being on success trip for a while. So it's a good thing for us. And it was about the M5, the Prism, and India. But M5 was definitely one of the big pillar. That's why I'm excited that this excitement goes to others, even if they don't have a system. So M5, I'm already grateful for this before actually having using the whole thing, whatever. But it just gave me this kind of extra energy that like a Prism and India and M5. And I always talk you about the, you know, the German high tech. I know that's some from Austria. I'm hungry, you know, just that this is a German high tech thing. And anyway, it already
Amazing.
helped
I
us
love
to start the qualification for a success trip. And I tell you honestly, because you know, it's we are and colleagues and friends and everything, it's big part of the excitement that I know M5, how the power of M5, you know.
Oh, I'm grateful to hear that. And, you know, I'm aware it's always hard if you're the pioneer because you have to do things before others and you have to do things before they're ready, before they're working, and we need to find solutions. But at the end of the day, is what you said, Bertie, that's what sets us apart, what makes the way then for the others. And the more you already live the routines, at least, even though I know, Andrea, it's, you know, a lot of work sometimes. I mean, you're doing the assessments on paper. I mean, this is really finding a good way to get into the routine, right? You try everything possible, all of you, to make it work, and you will see then it will be easier for you because once everything works, you're gonna be like, oh, this is easy. And so no, that's good. So you're in the routine. So what is keeping you? What questions do you have to make your life easier to come more into circle screen routine?
May I ask some questions? Okay. So I have some questions regarding the journey of a customer from customer to brand affiliate. So we
Yes.
have all those steps. We make with that customer the assessment, then the order, then the unboxing. And
Yeah.
when you suggest to fix the recheck, because
Mhm.
if I heard well, the suggestion was after 6 weeks, but for me it seems too long. Maybe I
No,
didn't
the
understand well. I
yeah,
don't
the
know.
recheck happens 4 weeks after the first assessment.
4 weeks. Okay, I did it like
So
that.
yeah, and we fix it right at the assessment. So at
Yes,
the
yes,
assessment, we fix the product unpackaging and we fix the recheck.
the recheck. Yes, I did it the same. And when I make the recheck, actually, this is the first time that I'm talking about the ADR with
Yes,
that person. I
yes.
did
At
so
the recheck,
also.
yeah,
Okay.
because the idea is, you know, that it's very psychological in customer value. You have a person, you warm them up, you make them, friendly with you. Then you have that conversation, you have a really nice interest in them. Obviously, they can talk a lot about themselves and their needs, and you give them solutions. Then they buy, right? And then they see, I buy, and even after sell, I get for free this and that. The 2 appointments, and that builds with you trust. Because nowadays, where do you get something after you bought? Nowhere. They want to sell you something again. So you help them with the usage. Then you ask them, how are you? How is it going? And then there's the recheck. And the cool thing is, Andrea, for us, it's at the recheck you say, and today I have a surprise for you. I have a loyalty gift. So I invite you into a program where you pay less and get free products. Amazing.
And pay
You want
less,
to be part
why?
of it, right?
Because some of the ADR products have an additional discount, or
Yes, because I mean the products we
okay.
chose is the Lumi Spa system, right? The collagen is our
Collagen, yes.
makeup products, yeah. So when they
Okay.
then bought the Lumi Spa system, they need the cleanser again, and the cleanser is cheaper in the ADR. So it calculates off a few euros when you if you like. Once I open the laptop with them, I go on screen share or they sit next to me. And then you put the ADR into the cleanser into the basket, right? And then you click ADR, juk, amount is less. And I'm like, you
Okay.
see,
In Romania,
that's
it's
what
not
you get.
like that with the
Ah,
gel, but we have with collagen and
okay.
other products.
And then the
Okay.
collagen, exactly. Or even if you go in a new, or really like the products are
Yes.
mostly cheaper on ADR, right? And then
Yes.
on top of it, you get the point. So basically, right, like 20% basically you get like a gift bag card right away, you redeem. So even if your second purchase, I mean, imagine you go to the grocery store, you buy for the first time, and the second time you come, they say, oh, welcome, now for every thing you buy you get 20% money back. I would not go into a different grocery store anymore. And that kind of excitement, like in my mind, it's insane. In my mind, I'm thinking I get a high value product and I'm not even loyal yet, but the second time they call me a loyal customer. So we really celebrate that with them. And then we started and we help them and they see that. And then I ask the team question. I say, finally, like it says in the, so I'm glad you're happy. Would you be open to look into behind the business? So with
After the
all
first
that
recheck, or when? This was another question on my list. When you feel
it's
it that that person is enthusiastic with the products,
no, it's
anytime.
at the recheck. You just need to read the script. It's there.
Okay. With the business, yes, but I had the experience with a few people to do it before the recheck, because I rechecked them earlier, because some of them went on a TRME program, and then I had to see the results that they have from week to week to be sure that they are using the product correctly, because most of the time they are not using it them right. And when I felt that that person is very positive, I asked him, okay, so it's better that I do it at recheck. I
Well, yeah, I like that. A few years ago, I would have done it the same way. What I notice is my feeling is not reproducible. So what I learned is it's not about what works, it's what about duplicates. So when you look at the 80% in your team, the number one problem is lack of self-consciousness. So
Mhm.
they have fear of rejection, fear of what people think. So when people have fear, they're constantly debating in their head. Should I do it? Should I not? What is she going to say? So the people have constantly that monkey. So our job with M5 is, it sounds weird. Everybody wants freedom, but they want stability towards the freedom. So we need to give them a system that's fairly rigid. So they don't have to think when they sit, should I ask, should I not ask? No, I know I'm asking at the recheck no matter what. And for me, it also doesn't matter. Before I was like, if somebody was not happy, I said, don't ask when he's not happy. Right now, I understood it doesn't matter. They should just ask.
Yes,
It's just about the process because
very
even if
interesting.
the person says no, it doesn't matter. They need to
I
learn
needed
to
that.
receive no's.
Yeah,
Great,
absolutely. I
great.
love this. This is why I see the
Yeah.
power
Yes,
because metaphysical aspects of confusion only comes from questions. If you ask less questions, you are more certain. And there is a line to go through. You don't have that many questions. The way as a self-consciousness, conscious level of awareness, less questions you ask yourself, the more easier the work.
Yeah. So it's
yes.
a really good question you asked that here, Andrea. And it's a paradox. I in the beginning thought, yeah, why should I do it? I can do it differently. It's interesting, but your customers become your business partners and they've experienced the
They will
process,
copy.
right?
Yes,
So
true.
so
Yes.
I would just, it's so easy because you just do what the system says. It's also carefree for you. Everybody will duplicate. I nowadays even say, wait, I forgot to read another question, and I read it for them. So they really see, okay, I could read. She's not so much better than me. I did just read. And that's what I
Yes.
want them to sit there and think, oh, she's not that good. I could do that too. That's my goal.
Mhm.
Yeah, just a
So at the
question.
recheck, oh,
Okay.
sorry,
No, no,
Bertie.
no, no,
No, no,
no,
no,
no.
please,
No,
please,
you should
please, please.
because with the recheck, let's stay in your line of thought. So please ask.
Thank you. So when we ask them at rechecks, you usually send a video, a link with a video, isn't it?
Yes. My question is, I don't have the system what's Charlie already set free for you in the assessment. Do you already have the info call in
Now,
there?
info call, just a second, I will share
I
my
think
screen.
you could have it. Let's see.
I think, yes, yes, I didn't
Yeah,
use it.
go there. Ah, no, you can't use it yet. See, that's not there.
Yes, yes. And
So,
I don't have the downloads and a lot of things. And I would like to see what kind of video do you send them? 2 minutes video, short
yes,
presentation of the opportunity, and then what happens?
yes. So, after she said yes, I'm gonna say to her the word tracking is out of the app. Okay. If I send you a video where you see a little bit more, would you watch it? Then she says
Mhm.
yes or no. Then I say, okay, it's 30 minutes long. Until when could you have watched it for sure? Then she says Friday. Then I say, perfect. If we hear each other on Saturday at 8, would that work for you?
For
So
sure, for
then the
sure.
app, yeah, to fix an appointment Saturday at 8, I put it into my app. Then I have a pre-made message even in the app, which I send through WhatsApp, where it's like discussed. I'm sending you here this video. Have fun watching it. And it's actually 28 minutes. It's a video that Thomas, like it's a video from Thomas, where he goes through basically the 5-point presentation that we know, right? Market trend,
Mhm.
product, system, income, and then and it ties in product results, right? It's a lot of storytelling. It's not like a dry business presentation. It's the points with stories.
Yeah.
So, and then we have the info call, which is really cool, that also you just have to follow. So basically then you also follow the word track and say, what did you like the most? Then because
Mhm.
then you know what they like, and then okay, you heard about 3 different people like earning a little bit, earning regular job income, or earning a lot. Where do you see yourself? And then we ask basically, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you feel are you in terms of starting? Is there any more questions, or are you ready to go? And then we answer the questions, and then basically we send the invite link to the M5 and sign them up.
Okay, and do they buy some business package on top of their um,
Not yet.
order? Not yet.
Yeah, what happens afterwards is we like set them up with the M5 and we put them into a distributor account because what we did most is ask Newskin to convert from customer to business partner, but that nowadays takes so much time and until we get
Mhm.
Equinox that takes too long. So now what we do is we just set them up with another business
Account.
account and delete the customer account because that's possible, right? With the customer account. And then what we do is we have a little workbook
Mhm.
which we send them and I say to them, Andrea, the next step is that we start with our onboarding, our first onboarding call. Until then, I have a little workbook for you to prepare a little bit. It takes you about 2-3 hours to prepare. When do you think would you be ready? And then most people say in 2-3 days. So I fix my onboarding call with you. And in the meantime, they get the workbook and I ask them to order this book
Mhm.
so that once
Mhm.
the onboarding is there, we are already set for this.
This is great.
So
Mhm.
also what happens is for you guys to know, this process we are now working on until February to have the onboarding even fixed. So it's like when you go with an iPhone, where they go you through the setup, this should be then in the app so you can lead the person is led through the setup.
Yes.
Great. And when you meet with this person who is already prepared with the book, um, what do you discuss about? Then you will discuss about a business package or something, or I,
Yes, That
okay.
yeah, that's a good question. The app also will in the future guide us through this, the points, but nowadays we also do it still with the workbook, and basically the steps are a little bit of mindset that's written in a workbook, so they understand it's their business, it's still working, it's not net wish marketing. So this
Yes.
point we discuss. Then what we do is we discuss their goals because they filled out a goal sheet. Like I need to know, right, how much time they want to spend. So basically like the Clarity Monday. So how much time do you want to invest and how much money do you want to earn? We
Mhm.
discuss that. Then we explain them the way to brand rep, how to fill the circle screen to get to brand rep. And then we explain to them, therefore, you need a product package. So
Mhm.
a starter kit to be able to work, and then we choose that,
Mhm. And you
and
have
that's
some
ordered.
business kits that you are working with, some
We have
recommendations or?
3 kits put together, but it's not within Ask New Scheme to be a business kit. It's basically just from us put together, and we put the articles into the basket together.
Mhm. But you
Yeah.
expect that person invest a certain amount of money or in points,
No.
or how do you create this package? On their
Um.
will
w-
or
Yeah, we have put that together of what makes most sense for the models, so that
oh,
they work with so that they have products. And the first package is about like 1,500, I think. The second is about 700, and the small is 500 or something. But it's not like a pre-made package. We don't pressure people. Like if they feel like because all of our people are already customers. Like we hardly have people that come straight. So they mostly have the Lumi Spa, they have the collagen. It's
mhm,
not a discussion that they're actually quite happy because now they buy cheaper, right?
Yeah.
They're like, it's basically a goodie also for them when they start the M5. Now they're distributor. And for them, it's almost like this is amazing. Now I'm saving 30% on my own products, which
I
is
see.
the case.
Mhm, mhm.
So we're telling them,
Okay.
you already have the Lumi or you have this. This is the kits we recommend. How much money do you want to invest? What would you like to take? And then they choose.
We will have also this suggestion regarding the order in M5.
Like we definitely have it. I think that you guys, depending on the market, then we'll see what you guys have. But definitely we would definitely share our recommendations with you guys.
Thank you. It would be very
Yeah, of
helpful for
course.
me at least.
Of course.
Okay.
And then also what we do next, Andrea, is we fix when we do the first, like what we could then do is basic five contacting. We start it together. We invite the first 20 people and we fix the days where we do together, you know. So the idea would be in the 30-day onboarding phase to fix with them, okay, when do we do assessments? When do we do contacting together? So we go to work with them as fast as we can. And the first onboarding is the step where we fill the calendar, you know, according to each
Mm-hmm.
other.
Mm-hmm. And how many assessments do you do with a new person before letting that person do it
As
alone?
many as we can. I mean, we aim for 30 when they want to do the brand rep in the first month. I mean, we aim to, like, it depends, you know, when somebody is on the way to team elite. And I remember me, like, we did it the way we did it, right? When I think of Thomas and me building the business when we were Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, all the way to Blue Diamond, because we created our first power line when we were getting team elite and they were getting team elite. Like we went team elite back to back. And we did 30 assessments with every new starter. And then we also tried to do the rechecks so we could go to the team because for us it's driving the line, isn't it? When I recruit you, Andrea, and you say yes, you want to be brand rep, and I ask you, you know, let's do now every Saturday we could do 6 models, and maybe Monday to Thursday we do 1 hour contacting together, and you say yes, I go like, yay, choker, you know, a person that's willing, coachable, and hungry. So my goal is, because we know you might quit in the first 30 days, right?
Yes,
That's where
yes,
most people
yes,
quit, right? So I'm
yes.
trying to do as much as contacting and assessments with you, because if I can't get you to see the bigger picture, I at least know all your customers and maybe I can drive the line and carry on with one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And if I work with you, you will have a higher closure rate because my closure rate is 70%. So we will start making money together. And if in the first 30 days you make 500-600 euros because I helped you, your chance of staying another 30 days is gonna raise, right? And then I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with the rechecks with you, and I'm going to ask all the team questions with you, and you have maybe 3 new starters. So you see, oh, I earn 600 euros. I have 3 new teammates. This shit is working. I love it, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
With the 30 assessment,
So
how many, on average, how many you do together? 10 maybe, or 5 together. And then, so when you do together with the new one?
I try to do all of them with them together. If
Okay.
I see that they are doing very good, obviously I will tell them go and do on top of it yourself.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna try like as much as I can. Like my goal is like written, I learned this from John Maxwell. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get them to my 80% as soon as I can, right? They say
Hmm.
you develop a leader, and once they're like 70, 80% of you, you start to delegating the tasks.
Hmm.
So when a new starter comes, I'm aware the basic five contacting, I will need probably 1 or 2 months almost every day that they really are good at it. And we
Hmm.
need about 30, 40, 50 assessments that they're really good at it, that you can see the closure rate in there, right? So
Hmm.
you can
Yes.
see until I get them to 70%, usually I like to stay with them
Hmm.
because then they make more volume.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah, that
Nice,
makes
very
sense.
nice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you invite them also to an event, I suppose,
Yes.
or mastery, a business mastery, or this is the first event, isn't it?
That's also part of the start of a start five. We call it the start five, the most important 5 things. You know, get them into the goals and the mindset. Have them have their starter kit. start with them their basic 5 contacting, have their first model day with you together, and get them to an event. That's our start 5 within the first 1 or 2 weeks. If you can get those 5 things happening, you are set up to win.
This is great. Wonderful. I love it. I can't
If
wait
you
to do
want,
it.
I can share the workbook if you want. That
Yes,
we
please.
also
Yes,
basically our blue
thank you so
also
much.
on which we build the
That
app.
would be wunderbar.
And yes, and you translate it nowadays. That's
And
easy
also,
anyway.
if you have the link with Thomas, because we have the possibility to translate it in Romania to understand it, because I suppose it is in German language.
The
That business
workbook, yes.
presentation to the
The
business
business
presentation.
presentation, yes. I can share
Thank
with
you.
you also that. Let me go into the M5. So I put the workbook. Also, like when you see it, that's then also how the app will do the onboarding, like in our version, because it's really the way I onboarded for years now, and it when you do it, it works. I can promise you, it works really, really well.
Works like a charm.
This
Yeah, really.
workbook is the last version.
It's November.
Is the last version.
Yes, this is the
The
final
workbook.
version.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just been made a bit more different look and feel, but info video. Yes, this is the message. I also send you the message that we have in the M5 for the info. So this is info video. Yeah.
I'm so happy and so grateful that you help us with all of this and have so
Oh,
much patience with us because we need it, actually.
oh, it's we all need patience. Trust me, Andrea. This is no, this I hope it helps. I'm just step by step we will all proceed together on this, but I'm happy that you are patient with not having everything at the same time, but it's progressing.
Yes, I think it's clear for me now. I will use the recheck more often because I'm not using it right now in M5.
Please,
Yes,
please
I will be
really
more attentive.
translate it,
Mhm.
and if you do me a favor, really use it to a T. Like read everything in your language and tell me, because the recheck really is amazing when you do it, because you give people value in teaching them again, because they forgot what
Yes,
you
yes,
told them.
yes.
And then with the loyalty program, really go into the mind of how nice is it that you get this kind of service. Plus, you pay already less at the second time round. Where do you get this? And then the team question. And with this mindset, it's so enjoyable. The reaching is my favorite because it really brings the paddle to the metal. It's whether the next step can happen.
Mhm. And one more thing about these customers, before getting to the point that they are joining the business, you keep them in that community to show them permanent results. And from
In the
time to
Facebook,
time, yes, yes, yes. And from time to time, you change their orders, or if that customer remains only a customer, how you manage the relationship with that person? Because I think maybe somebody ordered the collagen for 3 or 4 months, and then I know we have to establish rechecks for that. This is a kind of follow-up. But are they willing to go with another products afterwards, or how is happening?
See, Andrea, that's one thing we also now improving, because we had it only in our minds and not in the system. So what's not in the system will not be lived, right? So the idea is just so you know our thoughts, so that you can already act accordingly. For me, everything that is stagnating is declining. Your nature, there's only growth or
Growing.
fall. So
Yes.
there's no such thing as they ordering collagen and it stays like this. Either we improve the relationship and we upgrade over time, or they will fall off at one point. So we teach our people always one step further. So we have this concept established now of the year customer. The first year, the
Okay.
idea is to have a recheck every 4 weeks in order to build relationship, to give value, to learn what the person likes and doesn't like, and step by step upgrading. And the idea is, how many products can we find in the house of a person after a year? And with points, always purchasing extra free products. So this idea of how close can I come to a customer in a year and how much can I upgrade them. And every 90 days, we ask the team question again. So we build trust, we ask again. We build trust, we ask again. And the more you ask, the better the chances that they come, usually 9 to 12 times until most people start.
The business. Start the business.
Yeah.
And you expect that 1 year customer to order at least 8 times in that year?
I don't expect them to do anything.
Because
I
I heard about
expect
something about 8 orders and probably.
no, no, not 8 orders. That was communication error. I expect that the distributor creates value, builds relationship, and the customer then decides what they're gonna buy, when they're gonna buy, how much they're gonna upgrade. But the idea is, how can I take one extra step with them? How can I build more trust? How can I give more value so because I find, if they like you, if they trust you, if they know you do well and you do well for them, they will eventually buy a lot from you.
Yes, yes. And do you recommend, or I have a bad memory again, do you recommend that a brand rep to have at least 20 customers on ADRs?
That's the
This is
goal.
the recommendation.
Yeah. Yes, we feel 20 is a good least amount of number over time to have stable ADR customers, like real fans, not I put you on collagen and I hope you stay, but as I mentioned, like people that over a year experienced, imagine after a year, you have 20 customers that say, Andrea, I love the products. I have this, this, this. Look at my success stories, this and this and this. I love the points. I love this. They're like pros in the system. This will give a stability to a brand rep that's insane.
Great. Thank you.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
It's clear for me. Yes.
I'm happy. I hope it helped a little bit. And as we wrap up this call, I just really want to say thank you for, honestly, I just came from a global call with Nu Skin, and thank you for trying to improve your leadership, trying to work on you, for being open to be a role model. This is really what every one of us needs, that we together work on us. I work on me, you work on you, Bertie, you work on you, and we create hope for people, for ourselves and for others, and this will create massive momentum.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Stephanie, before we close, can we have, because in a different discussion with people, we have in the app different links, or not links, but suggestion to, I will send you a link to do this or that. Do you have a list with all these links that we can watch to see what they are? I don't have them in my M5.
Which links, which are we
Link
talking
with
about?
the products, some links with the products. I will send you some link to see if I think it was about Tigrin or something. I don't know. I
What
do
you
not
mean
remember
in
right now.
messaging.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes,
yes, yes.
I would, we are rethinking a lot of them. So
Oh, okay, okay then.
because
We will wait. Yes.
yes, I think it's sometimes, we put in a lot of information and we find that people are struggling with the basics.
Mm-hmm.
And they're
Yes,
not
you
using
know.
the links. And yeah, so we feel like we want to make the assessment good, book the next
Mhm.
appointment. Like that's why we cut everything a little bit closer. And a few years ago we had the 6 weeks and we felt it's too long. And then we started to send links and bombarding people with information. They don't really need so much information. They need sometimes more communication. So give me a few weeks until I think in February.
We will
We
have.
we we have the new version really good ready, so we see a fuller picture, so you don't have to change so much.
Cool.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for today.
Yeah,
It
you're
was
welcome.
the best.
Very welcome. Oh, I love it. Perfect. Then we see like I let me check. We see each other if you want to next week is the 29th, right? So I
Yes.
have
Yes.
that on the radar. So we can all try ourselves out until next week again, and then we can go to the next set of questions. What do you think?
Yes. Yes,
Absolutely.
it's
Yeah.
great. Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
All right. Have a
Awesome.
nice
Thanks, Steph.
day. Ciao.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.